Hello everybody, this video, as you've probably read in the title, is me challenging myself to speak finally in public. Because all of my videos, 99% of them are in my room, and there is a reason for this. I don't want to be judged, I don't want people to look at me, to think something that I'm weird or something like this. And this is exactly the point of today's video. There is not a certain topic. I just want to be with you to show you how somebody can go through the different emotions, how somebody can get triggered. I see some people they are walking. It's alright. Yes, guys, as I've spoken about in my previous videos, there's a lot of things that come from us being triggered, which means that some situations in our life trigger certain emotions in us and they make us feel some things that we shouldn't be feeling normally. For example, when you have intense fear, when you have intense anxiety for a situation that shouldn't arise this anxiety in the first place. For example, now I'm anxious, my palms are sweating just because I'm speaking to a camera like I speak at home, just with the possibility that some person can see me, somebody can judge me. And as I see one guy here right opposite of me just walking here, I have this fear, I have this heart pounding, I start to get more anxious, I start to get in my head, I start to think, what is he going to think about me, what is he going to feel about me when he watches me just speaking on a camera, just speaking in front of a camera. I get really nervous because of this, and I shouldn't, because first of all, life is not so serious, and if somebody judges you, whatever, I mean, they're just gonna walk past and you're not gonna see them again. And second of all, it's not appropriate to reality. I think, at least my goal is that these things shouldn't affect us so much. My goal for myself and for the people that are following me is to reach this kind of level that no matter what happens in the outside world, it's not going to push your buttons, it's not going to affect you, it's not going to push you away from the path that you want to be. For example, you go in public, you speak in front of 100 people. I want to reach the point when this doesn't affect me at all. Of course, I am not unrealistic, thinking that I'm not going to feel, for example, excited, I'm not going to feel a little bit nervous. But I don't want to experience this intense anxiety that all of us experience, for example, when it comes to social interactions, when it comes to speaking in front of hundreds of people, when it comes to, for some people, maybe making a YouTube video. For me, these things are not normal. A lot of people describe them in psychology like something which is completely normal, like some condition, like some disorder. But in my opinion, we as human beings, we are not supposed to have any disorders. We are not supposed to be like this in the first place. I believe that we are born in this world being perfect, and through social conditioning, through our imperfect experiences, we become the way that we are. And it's very ironic how the path is not so much to learn more and more and more things. The path is more to unlearn the things that we've learned in our social conditioning. For example, that we need to be quiet all the time, that we need to always say the right thing, that we don't need to offend people even though that's what we believe in. These kind of things we should strive towards, to unlearn them, to make things just as they were before. Because when you're born into this world like a baby, you're expressive, you're loud, you don't care, you don't have anxiety, you don't have fear. You cry only because you're hungry, you cry only because you want some sleep, you want some water or milk. But as we grow older, we start to fear what this guy is going to think. We start to fear what the other guy is going to think. We start to fear, what if other people judge me? What if other people laugh at me? And this is my fear right now. This is why I'm standing in front of the camera. And if I go deeper, which I advise every one of you to do, and every single video I'm going to repeat this, once you go deeper, once you ask yourself the question, why do I feel like this? Why do I fear this? Why do I get anxious by this? You realize where everything is coming from. You can go straight into the cause, and instead of trying to cope and deal with this anxiety, you're going to start going straight into the cause, removing the cause, and therefore the symptoms will go away. For example, in my case right now, I feel anxious and I ask myself the question, why? Because I fear other people judging me right now. I fear, in the worst case, what is going to happen. In the worst case, some people laughing at me. Why is that scary? Because I'm going to feel kind of abandoned. I'm going to feel like not a part of society. I'm going to feel like I'm weird. I'm going to feel not loved and not appreciated, and I'm not going to fit in. This is the underlying fear. This is the underlying feeling that I have And this is what runs me in this moment. This is why I get so anxious, because I don't want to be abandoned from society. And if you think about it, if you look realistically at things, am I going to get abandoned from society only because I'm making a video on the bench in one park? Realistically, no. But this is what is the feeling, this is what's triggering, and this is what we need to work on. This is what we can let go. Because these people are walking there behind me and it's scary. But once we go through these things, once we go through our feelings about it, once we understand that it's not such a big deal and these feelings, they want to go out of our bodies, they want to be released, then we can finally become lighter, become freer. This is the technique, the psychology, the philosophy of letting go. Just getting rid of the things that you don't need, instead of trying to cope with this anxiety, instead of breathing deeper, or I don't know, trying to meditate or trying to have a better body language or something like this. No, instead the way is within, to understand why you have this in the first place and to let it go, because you don't need it, because it's not realistic. Because this fear and anxiety is born out of fear of something that will never happen. You're never going to get abandoned from society only because of making one video. You're never going to get abandoned from society if, let's say, in the supermarket you I don't know, you're not satisfied, or in the restaurant you're not satisfied with your food and you complain to the waiter. I understand completely, and I know that there are many guys watching that have the same fears, the same anxiety as me. You cannot complain to anybody. You cannot say whatever you think. And this is only because of this fear of abandonment. But once you understand, probably you see this in me right now, if you look at it from the outside, you see that it's not relevant to reality, it's not realistic, and it's kind of funny and stupid. And once we understand that it's funny and stupid, then we're able to let go of it. And now, as I'm speaking this video, as I'm making this video, and as I see it's not so scary, as I see I'm not going to die, because this is the emotions are so strong that we feel that if we're socially abandoned, we're going to die. Because when we are kids, if our parents forget us in the supermarket, we think that we're going to die. We depend on them completely. They are our parents. They feed us, they walk us, they do everything for us. And this is the exact same feelings, guys, but we are not kids anymore. And we're not going to die because we're abandoned. We're not going to die because we're making one video in public. And it's alright. People don't care. We are like one NPC to them anyways. But with this video, I'm trying to help myself, and I know that sometimes when you try to help yourself, you help many other people with your personal example. So thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay strong, and stay tigers.